Hey guys, so today I'm back and I know I haven't filmed for like a few weeks and I know probably nobody noticed, but I noticed and I am sorry. It's just honestly I've been so busy with coursework and homework and revision and my ISO is too high. But today I'm back and I'm with quite an exciting video because this is my first revision video. Woo! We have like 2 or 3 months till exams. What? I know that these probably won't be my most viewed videos just because not all of my audience is doing their GCSEs, but I hope that they will at least help those of you who do watch them, and I really want to film them just because I really like watching them, so I want to film them. So yeah, now until exams, every 2 weeks I'm going to upload a revision video, and then every other 2 weeks I'm going to upload a beauty video or like a normal style video. So it'll be like every single week it'll be like, so it'll alternate every single week basically. So 1 week I'll do revision, the next week I'll do a normal video. So yes, make sure you do hit subscribe if you want to see more revision videos from me or normal videos, because they're going to be coming at you like boom, 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 boom. Maybe. Today I just want to start off with my first revision video, and it's going to be history because 1, history is my favourite subject. 2, history is my first exam personally, so I thought it just makes sense to do it. And 3, I definitely have all of my revision lined out for history, so although there's still lots of revision to be done, lots of things I can add to my folder and everything that I want to talk about is there. Whereas in some subjects I need to build up my folders a bit more before I can talk about them fully. So my exam board is Cambridge Internationals, and I'm doing an IGCSE, which just stands for International GCSE, which means people all over the world take it, and that's why there's lots of different options of things that you can study. When you get a history question paper, there's so many questions in it, and then you just choose the questions that you know you've took your topic. So my knowledge papers, so the knowledge section that I'm doing is the Treaty of Versailles and international relations, the League of Nations, that kind of thing. And then my in-depth study is Germany, particularly Weimar Germany and Nazi Germany. So that's what I'm doing, and that I think that is generally what people over the country do tend to do. So hopefully this will be helpful to you. And I would just like to point out as well that the revision guides that we use are actually the Edexcel revision guides, just because the content is exactly the same and it's set out the same. But even if you're not doing my exam board or Edexcel, and even if none of the topics are the same, this is still going to show you some like general history revision tips just on how to revise, because I'm not necessarily talking about the topics, I'm just showing you how I organise my revision and how you should organise your revision. So this is my history folder. I know it's very colourful. I got it in like year 10. I think I would go with a different one if I bought it now, but I don't want to change it because it has a place in my heart. Can we just, yep. This is literally the most, oh my god, it's so full. It's so full. You can't even, you'd have to come and look through it to understand how full it is. So my folder is basically split into 3 halves. You can't have 3 halves, can you? 3/3. So we'll have my first section, which is the yellow section, and this is all international relations things. So I have these subject dividers, and this is all yellow just because I have them all split into topics. So the first one is the Treaty of Versailles. I'll only go through one to show you examples, but basically, when I was first organising my revision folder, I basically made all of these pages, and they're just like revision pages. I just copied out notes and notes and notes and notes of everything in this topic. As you can see, they go into quite a lot of detail. And these include mind maps, tables, bullet points, this is kind of like a timeline thing. I try to use a lot of colour in my notes as well, obviously not just like random colours, but colours that correspond, that make sense. And those pages, I didn't just come up with the information for myself, I actually copied them straight out of this revision guide. Now I know that is a passive way to revise, just copy out notes. It's not a good revision source, and it's not something that I do now as a revision technique. It wasn't something that I did before as a revision technique, it was just preparing my revision notes, and then I'll revise from those notes and answer questions, refer back to it. But it's not something that I would do, like, if you're like, okay, I need to do some history revision, let's sit down, copy some notes. That's not going to help you revise, and it's not going to get you a good grade. So I'm not saying do that to revise, but I'm saying do that before you start your revision. I did all of that back in year 10, so you just get everything prepared. So what I did was, when we were learning the topic at school, once we had finished that topic, I would go up and write the notes on it, and then we'd move on to another topic, and then I'd write all the notes for that one up. And that was prompted a lot by my teachers as well. So my teacher would be like, okay, so you need to bring in these notes from this topic next week in your revision folder. My teacher was really helpful in helping us get our revision guides organised, and I don't think my revision guide would be what it was today if she hadn't got me started off with it. So yeah, that's why I'm just trying to spread the word in case your teachers don't suggest you doing that. But I basically copied this entire page. I would just copy it colour for colour. If there's a table, I'll do a table. I would do the little dotted lines. I would literally copy it like word for word, page for page, layout for layout, as much as I could. And I know that might seem really passive to you, but like I said, not as a revision technique, but just to prepare my revision notes. So after my notes, I have these work booklets that were given to me by school as well, and they just have lots of tables in them which really break down your knowledge, some practice source questions, things like this, just to really jog your memory and get you thinking. And if your teachers do give things like that to you, then please do use them. Don't just think like, oh, I don't want to have to do this, because I feel a lot, if you're doing revision for yourself, then it's really beneficial and get on with it. If your teachers give you things, you see it as a task and you don't want to do it and you don't learn from it, but take the opportunities that your teachers give you. And if they give you things that can help you revise, then definitely take the booklet, do the booklet to your best ability, because it may seem like you're doing it for them because they've set the homework, but you're not doing it for them, you're doing it for yourself, and it is beneficial to you, so make sure you do them. And then I just have like some of the information sheets that my teachers gave me. Obviously my teachers have been so helpful. So yeah, then I just have the same for the League of Nations, so I have notes, booklets and more information pages. So after that I have my second third, which is the blue topics. So this is my in-depth study. As I said, mine was Germany, so Weimar Germany and Nazi Germany. So again, I just have the exact same layout as before. I have note pages that I've copied up, and then I have more practice booklets, more notes. Honestly guys, those note pages are amazing. They help you so much, and more information things. Just the same things. And then finally, in the last section, I have practice papers, practice exams. I have all of my mock exams dating all the way back to year 10. And if you don't think it's very handy to just have like pages and pages of exams, this is something that our school gave to us, but it's also something that you can definitely make for yourself. So here I just put, and this is what I put at the start of all my exams, so I have what I got in my exam, the grade that I got and the marks that I got, and then I have question 1A, B, C, 2A, B, C, 3A, B, C, and I just put what I got, so I got 4 out of 4, 6 out of 6, 7 out of 10, and then I also put what I needed to do to improve. Often, so I'll ask my teacher if there's something written on my page, then I'll refer to that, or I'll just try and like work out, like I'll know my weaknesses, and I'll just say where I need to revise. And that way it just shows you where you need to revise. So if I got 2 out of 4 on a question about the role of the president in the Weimar Constitution, then I would go and revise the role of the president in the Weimar Constitution. And then it actually helps you improve from doing papers, because there's no point doing papers if you don't improve on them. And guys, just so you know, I am giving you advice here. I got an A on that paper, A star on that paper, A star on that paper, A on that paper, A star on that one. then I got an A star again. That's not me trying to brag at all. It's just I want to prove to you that this does work and that I do see results from it, and I don't want you to like lose your faith in me. Obviously this is just what works for me, and I hope that it works for you. So at the back I have a practice paper checklist. My school actually put all of the past papers and the past paper mark schemes onto our like school system that we can access. But if your school don't do that, then I'm sure they're online. I'm sure if you go onto your, if you just type in like Edexcel, History GCSE, past papers, or whatever your exam board is, then you'll be able to find them online. Make sure you use the mark schemes to mark them. Don't just write the answers and don't mark them afterwards, because what you need to do is you need to do the questions, not use your books. It's so tempting when I'm at home, and if there's a question that I don't know, to just grab my revision folder and just have a look. Don't do it, just test yourself on what you do know, and then when you mark it, I personally use purple pen to improve my answers. Here I got 3 out of 6 because I wrote one reason but I didn't write another one, so in purple pen I just wrote another reason. So then on my checklist I just tick off that I've done it. I wrote the mark I got. Here I got 48 out of 60 and that was an A star. So yeah. And if you struggle with learning things like dates and key information, then what I do is I write it on a post-it note. I use a blue one just because that's the colour that I associate with history, and I like to keep my revision things colour coordinated. So what I'll write the key information or key date on a post-it note, and I'll stick it on a door or on a cupboard, on a drawer, something that I frequently have to go to touch, to open, to look at. And then I'll be like, it sounds really stupid, but I'll be like, okay, I can't open this door until I've read this, or even put like a really small question on there, and then be like, okay, I can't open the door until I've answered the question, and it just gets it into your mind, and because you keep going over them every single day. And then I also write exactly what's onto my post-it notes onto my cue cards, so that before my exam I can just be like sifting through my cue cards like, okay, just going over the key things that you need to remember. So yeah, I know this is probably a long video. I know I probably blabbered a lot just because I haven't filmed for a while and there's so much that I want to talk to you about. I feel out of breath, honestly. But just to summarise, first of all, get your folders organised, split it into your knowledge paper and to your in-depth study, and then have practice papers at the back. And then also use subject dividers of different colours, so all blue ones for the in-depth study, all yellow ones for the international relationships, or whatever colours you want. Obviously it doesn't have to be blue and yellow, just so that you know that those are all topics for that one and those are all topics for those ones. Copy notes up, but do that early on in your revision. Don't do it as a revision, just do it to prepare your revision notes. But the best revision that is going to get you the grades is practice papers. Just test yourself on what you do know and then mark it and improve in a different coloured pen, and then do another one and see if you're getting better and better. And also go to your teachers for support if you're like, I keep struggling on this topic, or here's my practice paper, because you just go and have a look through it to see where I'm going wrong, because obviously your teachers are there to help you, and I'm sure they'll be more than happy to do so. So I think that that's everything that I have to say today for my history video. I really hope that you enjoyed this and that I edit it to be kind of okay, because it's like half an hour long and I know I've done a lot of talking. I don't usually do these kind of videos. And also don't forget to subscribe, because I will be filming a lot more revision videos for you, as well as normal channel videos. Feel free to request some subjects that you'd like me to cover in these videos, just so I know which ones you would like to see. So yes, I hope that you enjoyed, guys. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs, subscribe, and feel free to share this around, because these videos I want to make not for views, not for anything like that. I just want them to be helpful. Cool. So I hope you enjoyed. Bye.